What if you could say yes to jobs you now have to say no to? What if you could do the jobs you now have faster and better and with less manpower? And what if you actually had a piece of equipment that exceeded your expectations and put more money to your bottom line? To make all that happen, you would need to own the SR3 from ABI. The SR3 is the industry's premier skid steer attachment for clearing land and preparing a proper seedbed. With one tool, contractors across America are rough grading, finish grading, removing vegetation, sifting rock, pulverizing the soil, and actually creating a seedbed where grass and its roots can thrive. No other skid steer attachment gives the professional contractor an edge over his competition like the SR3. The SR3 was designed with 3 innovative points of contact that are all supported with the revolutionary gauge tires, making it one of the easiest skid steer attachments in the world to learn how to use. The floating leveling blade, hydraulic scarifiers, and the heavy-duty finish rake manipulate the ground in a way that produces the perfect seedbed, grade, and finish. Ease of use and efficiency were at the forefront of the SR3's design. So, ABI tied the design into a standard function found on all skid steers, the floating arms. Before putting the SR3 to work, first put the skid steer in the float position. This makes the SR3 free from the frame of the skid steer. Now, by setting the SR3 on its gauge tires, the operator can pivot it, controlling all 3 of these contact points with only 1 foot pedal, never having to lift the SR3 off the ground. The SR3's innovation starts with a floating leveling blade, which is one of the reasons the SR3 is so easy to use. One of the most difficult skills in grading is to maintain the intended contour of the ground while still loosening, leveling, and raking. It takes an extremely skilled operator with great eye, hand, and foot coordination to properly prepare a seedbed with traditional grading equipment. Not with the SR3. The floating leveling blade continually carries material around the job site, filling in the holes and low spots. The operator does not have to raise and lower the SR3 to do the finish grading. The SR3's floating leveling blade does this on its own and eliminates the risk of gouging into the contour of the grade. Attached to the floating leveling blade are hinged rock teeth, designed to sift rock and debris into spoil piles. Because the SR3 is made to go both forward and in reverse, the design of these rock teeth are fundamental to the SR3's success. As the operator is pushing up to 2 yards of material forward, the rock teeth pivot out of the way, releasing all the resistance of the leveling blade, which allows the SR3 to smoothly push material around, getting that perfect grade. Then, when pulling off rocks and vegetation, the rock teeth engage the soil and sift the unwanted debris, leaving a beautifully pulverized finish and seedbed behind. Because these hinged rock teeth are connected to the floating drag bar, and the drag bar is connected to the frame, which is stabilized by the tires, the operator does not have to worry about gouging the ground and will easily finish grade and pull rocks into spoil piles. However, the floating position for the drag bar is not the only position. If you want to pull more material or compact a gravel road or building pad, the floating drag bar can be locked down to operate more like a box blade. This gives the operator all the control they need to get the job done right. There is nothing more important to preparing a proper seedbed than getting rid of the compaction of the soil. A decompacted soil allows water and air to reach the roots of the seed and gives those roots the ability to anchor deep, creating a stable and healthy seedbed. The hydraulic scarifiers of the SR3 will break up the hardest material and loosen up to 6 inches deep. Because these scarifiers are hydraulically controlled, the operator can rip the ground. The point of contact of the SR3 is the abrasive-resistant finish rake. Because of the gauge tires and with the skid steer and float, the finish rake acts like a human hand. The finish rake not only pulverizes and puts the finish on the grade, but when going forward, the operator can push as much or as little soil as desired and put it exactly where it's needed. The SR3's finish rake makes hand edge work a thing of the past. Simply push the soil right up to the edge of the sidewalk, pivot the SR3 back and place the rake on top of the pile, then back drag it to a feathered finish. This eliminates the traditional handwork and is far more efficient than bringing 2 to 3 extra men to the job site where they will spend the day raking the edges. With this innovative and proven design, there is little doubt that the SR3 stands alone when it comes to ground and seedbed preparation. With the efficiency gained and more jobs completed in less time, more money is put to the bottom line. You've already made the biggest investment. You bought the skid steer. Now give it the attachment it needs to get the tough and finished work done, and done right. Give it the SR3 from ABI.